Dear friends, I am the chairman of Nature Life International, Kerala. Everybody says that diabetes are not curable, but our experience with simple arrangements of food, raw vegetable and fruits, even dates, jackfruit, mango, we can cure diabetes. We can cure arthritis, heart block, constipation, asthma. We have 7 hospitals in Kerala: Trivandrum, Kayangulam, Aleppi, Aluvai, Cochin, Trichur and Calicut. Now, I like to present a speech of Dr. Anand Gokani, diabetologist to Birla Hospital, Mumbai. He is the great grandson of our father of nation, Mahatma Gandhi. The occasion is the release of my book, Self-Cure of Diabetes. Please watch and write your comments. Once again, I invite you all to visit our centers to talk our patients and cure your disease without having drugs.
You can go to the shop and keep buying and buying and buying and buying, and then one day the bill comes, and when you see the bill, you realize that you spent all your own money, it's not somebody else's money. So every time you drink a cup of tea, you realize that the tea is eating up from your own resources, and when your own resources will suddenly finish, then neither the tea will work and neither you will be able to get energy from your normal methods. So tea and coffee also to be watched. If we can remember these foods which are wrong and substitute them for fruits, vegetables and whole grains, dals, pulses and dry fruits, then we have made a very, very important difference in our lifestyle. The second thing is exercise. Now in yoga it is believed that every joint in the body is connected to every gland in the body. And pancreas is a very important gland, and the pancreas makes insulin. So if one was to keep an active life, then every time he moves his joints, he stimulates the pancreas, and the pancreas makes insulin. So if you don't move your joints, you remain seated in one place the whole day, then the pancreas goes to sleep and doesn't produce any insulin. And when you eat your food, if there's no insulin, the food will take very long time to digest, and so the blood sugar will go high. So it's very important to exercise on a daily basis, to encourage our children to go more for the outdoor activities. And of course, we help them to study more and make better people out of them. But we must not forget that alone studies is not enough. They need the outdoor, they need to exercise, they need to play games, because that way they get fresh air, they get all their body works perfectly. And the sunshine which falls on them helps them to make vitamin D on their skin, which also makes them very powerful and strong, and also helps them with metabolism. So it's very important to encourage our children and so also our grown-ups to exercise, for which on a personal level we make decisions of our own to go and exercise, but on a social level I think it's very important for government and governmental bodies to make sure that every area has certain open spaces, maybe some green lawns or some kind of open road where people can walk to work or can go for long walks or can be physically active rather than be cooped up in offices. You know that modern life has decreased the need for activity. I remember as a child, if a telephone rang in the house, I would go running to one corner of the house to pick up the phone. But now we have a cordless phone which sits right next to me. We have cell phones which sit right next to us. There was a time when we watched TV, we have to go right up to the TV to adjust. We have to adjust knobs to get a clear image. But now we have a television with remote control. You sit in the same place and use the remote control. So everything is governed by cell phones, cordless phones and remote control, elevators and cars. And we have ceased to need to walk anywhere in the house or outside. And as a result, we've become a lazy generation. And a lazy generation becomes a complete guarantee for developing diabetes. So the reason why India is getting so much diabetes is because India is becoming lazy. And we like to watch football on television, watch football on cricket on television, but we don't like to play. We like to sit down and watch the game. So we need to make that change. We need to expose our children more to sunshine, more to fresh air. We need to slow down our lives. We are going at a breakneck speed. We want to achieve 10 days work in one day. We want today's thing yesterday and tomorrow's thing today. This hurry to finish our work, to do more things in less time, is causing us a burnout from inside. And that burnout will prevent us from enjoying the fruits of our labor. And therefore, it's very important that we slow down, we teach our children to slow down and do all work specifically with full focus so that they can do it once but do it best and not do it 10 times because the first 9 times was bad. So we need to slow down. So with this little summary that we need to change our diet, we need to become more active, we need to become more exposed to sunshine, and we need to slow down. I'd like to conclude my speech on diabetes and tell you that diabetes is not something you get scared of. Diabetes is a degeneration, when something got spoiled. So we have such a beautiful human body, human mind, and human soul. If we can nurture this, look after it nicely, we will all be productive citizens of a very productive city. Our society will be more healthy. And I think as a result, our country can be more healthy and more productive. Rather than say that our country's GDP is increasing and our country's productivity and mass produce is increasing, but the people are degenerating and becoming a sick lot. So I hope and pray that we don't have to see a day when our country is called the capital of all diseases. We need to get ourselves back to healthy, and the best way to do it is in ourselves first and in our family. And you can imagine there are about 100 people sitting here. Then in 100 families change in the city of Cochin, there will be a significant difference in the society itself. And your neighbors will start envying you and they start changing, and you find the city changes, change, the state changes, and the state becomes an example, the country changes, and if the country changes, the world can change. So with all these few words, I'd like to thank all of you for listening to me and wish you all the very best. Thank you.